Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. So today we have loot from 1000 Chaos Fanatic, and this time it was a 1000 loot video, mainly because it just takes a while to kill this boss compared to other monsters that I have killed, and so I figured I would just go with 1000 kills rather than 3000. So starting at kill count 444, and luckily for me, after every single kill here, you do get to see your KC, so this was really easy to track. I just had to do 1000 kills after whatever my current KC was, and since we were already 444 kills in, I did assume that I was going to get the pet throughout this video, since the Chaos Elemental pet is a 1 in 1000 drop rate from this boss, and as a matter of fact, I actually have a 500 kill count at Chaos Elemental, which I think the drop rate for the pet is even more common over there. So I was definitely dry of this specific pet, and that was definitely extra motivation to do 1000 kills of this boss, and so I was hoping to receive a pet, and you guys will see by the end of the video if we did manage to get it or not. I mean, we did have pretty good odds, 1 in 1000, we do 1000 kills, so you will see if we did manage to break the 1-year dry streak of not having a pet on this account. As it goes for Chaos Fanatic in general, as you can see, this lovely PKer, just about 100 kills in, already attacked me, so this is kind of a hot spot for PKing. I mean, other than Rebs, there's really not too many places to go in the wilderness, so a lot of 1v1 teams, which is essentially teams that just kind of take turns attacking you, do stay around this area, and if they manage to bring you into multi, which is really only a few steps away, and also all inside that church where I go after every few kills to recharge your prayer, then you are quickly outnumbered and you gotta be careful. So as it goes for teams, I did my best to log out and avoid them, but you guys will see later on in the video that my luck did run out as it goes for being outnumbered, and as it goes for singles PKers, I did my best to fight back. You know, I try my best not to die, and I also try my best to put up a good fight, so I hope you guys appreciate the effort. I'm not the best PKer in the world, so, you know, I was just relying on an Armadillo Godsword spec for the most part. As it goes for this next clip, I thought I would be sneaky and try to Dragon Claw spec this guy. Yeah, I know this was a terrible idea, trust me. Looking back now, I don't know why I did this, but as you can see, the second I spec'd him, a mage logged in, and this was multi, so I had to quickly log out. So yeah, 107 mil risk, no big deal. Luckily, I did not skull any other time throughout this video, and hopefully I will never skull again with that big of risk. Now, I know this is a loot video, but I do want to focus on the point that there is a lot of PKers around this area, so every single time that I got attacked, I did get the whole fight on video, and for the most part, it went pretty well. I did my very best not to lose that awesome KDR, you know, 1337 deaths. I've had that for 3 months now. I definitely had a few close calls with Armadillo Godsword specs, such as that moment there, and vice versa. I almost got a few nice kills as well. However, the infamous moment of losing that beautiful KDR, finally, after so many wilderness loot videos, you know, it took 9 guys to log in at the same time, and unfortunately, I might have gotten away at this point, but I did get the door closed on my face, and then Dragon Spear spec, followed by a Zamorak Godsword spec. So, I guess shout out to whatever team that was that killed me. Good job, good timing, all that stuff. I think it was in a 1750 total world, so yeah, and apparently they don't like Cutthroat, so to any Cutthroat members watching, I apologize. I haven't really been a part of the clan or the PKing scene for a few months now, but I will say some things never change. So it is what it is. I did end up losing about 3.5 mil with that death. I did lose a lot of ether and of course the max cape, things like that. And also something to keep in mind, this was all in the span of just about 200 kills. So starting the video off on the very first day, I'm just trying to kill Chaos Fanatic, and I got to go through 5 PKers in the first 2 hours. So it was definitely unexpected to see so many people here, but I guess with the game thriving and Revs just being a clan versus clan thing nowadays, PKing spots like this are a little bit more active. This next fight did not take place in multi, luckily for me, and I did my best to fight back. You know, anytime that I would recharge my prayer, that's usually when I would get attacked by a PKer, and for the most part, these PKers just bring Dragon Claws, Armadillo Godsword, followed by a range and a mage switch, and most of them don't bring tele block. It's just like one person or a 2-man team, and both of them have Ice Barrage, so I was never worried about not getting away, and you'll see in this clip that I truly did pull off a miracle. I really don't know what was luckier, the Armadillo Godsword spec or the fact that I was able to survive after it. I guess in the comments section below, you guys will have to be the judge, but yeah, maybe this is a preview of loot from 1000 PKers. I did decide to take you guys up on that offer. You know, it's a great video idea. It would take probably over a month to do, but it just really makes for great content. I mean, yeah, you know, commentating over PKing clips maybe isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but I'm really looking to try out live commentary PKing in the near future, so hopefully you guys enjoy these clips. Make sure to let me know in the comments below. After we picked picked up all the loot from that one kill, I did decide the best way to get away would be to log out, and if Chaos Fanatic got the PJ in, which he luckily did, I would get to log out, and in the nick of time, it actually happened. So I did manage to get away and got a decent PK off of it. Getting back on topic though, to the actual point of the video, Chaos Fanatic, the drops as it goes for the rares, other than the Pet Chaos Elemental, which is 1 in 1,000, it also drops an Odium Shard 1 and a Malediction Shard 1. The Odium is worth 360k, the Malediction is worth about 320. And for those of you who don't know, Odium is used for range and Malediction is used for magic. They're not really that popular, but I suppose with all these new players coming into the game, the price will go up over time because they will be used more often. They're kind of lower tier in magic and range. So as it goes for other uncommon drops, they do drop hard clue scrolls, which is 1 in 128. I really wasn't focusing too much on the clues this video. I think I only ended up doing about 3 or 4 of them. For the most part, I was just going for the Chaos Elemental pet and also just trying to survive and try to kill PKers to the best of my ability. Keyword in that sentence being try, because I gotta say, for this next clip, I tried my best to kill this guy, and for some reason, my Armadillo Godsword did not want to hit a 70 this time. Instead, it just took away the 0 and went with a 7, and then I died through a Dragon Claw spec through prayer. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. I know my timing was a little bit off, but I guess I assumed that he was going to eat there, and I guess I assumed wrong. And just when I thought all of my luck had run out, not having the pet still, being over 1,000 kills, dying 2 times rather than 1 for, 2 max cape, lost like 6 mil at this point just in deaths. I was also getting all sorts of weird drops, everything that I didn't want to see. Got a Dragon Stone, the same color as the pet, got like 2 rune 2Hs, 2 rune squares, all sorts of Odiums and Maledictions, but I just couldn't get the pet. However, I did keep on going, certainly didn't want to give up at this point, and we did hit 90 mil HP, so, pretty nice accomplishment there. And as I was finishing up this next inventory, a PKer of course did show up, this time from the north side, not from the south side, and seeing how this guy had a Ballista, Mage Arena 2 cape, as well as a Tentacle Whip, I knew that I was probably screwed. So, I was gonna go for either the Escape or just the crazy AGS spec, because I didn't think he knew that I had an AGS at this point. And as you can see, he spec'd massive on me, which led me with one choice, just to fire back with all I got, and somehow, some way, I tanked an AGS spec with a 2, and followed through with a 68, leading to the kill. Now, if you thought that was cool, wait till you see the price check of all the loot from this guy. I mean, you talk about good money from Chaos Fanatic, man, the PKers got a lot more to show for it, but nah, it was incredible. A Berserker ring, as you can see there. I mean, I really didn't expect him to have a B ring on, but Brids like that guy, I assume, really don't die too often, so that's probably why they risk so much. And as you can see, just by the calculation and the price check, I mean, we had 2.6 mil in the bag, and then another 5.3 in the inventory, which means that PK was just about 8 mil, and it made up for both of my deaths earlier on. So my mood quickly changed, and it was at this point, 3 days into this video, that I was really just focusing on the actual kills. I just wanted to get this video done. I was averaging about 45 kills an hour without hopping worlds and just, manually waiting for the respawn of Chaos Fanatic. And in return, once I started hopping worlds after every single kill, I was receiving about 60 kills an hour. So it did speed up, but unfortunately, I didn't do that hopping worlds method until the very end. So I feel like this video could have taken a little bit less than it did, but I really don't mind. I mean, naturally, some things just take longer to do than others, and that's completely okay. Now, as it goes for some questions that you guys may still have about Chaos Fanatic in general, in regards to getting here, the fastest 2 methods is to use a Burning Amulet or just use an Obelisk to 44. As it goes for what to use to kill this thing, I just use the Rev Bow because it's best in slot, but you can also use a Blowpipe or a Rune Crossbow. Another tip is you can also use a cannon, but I really wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't speed up the kills that dramatically per hour. Obviously, there is an altar a little bit to the south, so keep that in mind. You really don't have to focus too much on prayer potions, morely just food in case of PKers. And on average, I was getting about 50 kills every single inventory, and like I mentioned before, about 60 kills every single hour after hopping. And if you have any other questions about the boss, just make sure to leave a comment below and I will respond to you directly. It's no big deal. And with all that being said, here we are at the price check, 1,000 kills later. As you can see, since this is a magic based monster, you can see tons of magic related things. A lot of stabs. You're looking at 170 battle stabs, over 14 ancient stabs, and with all these normal drops, the very first price check comes out to be just about 9.1 mil. Now keep in mind, in supplies, I did use about 3.5 mil total. That's with ether, food, potions, things like that. And now for the second price check, which is all the shards and the money, and that comes out to be just about 3.8 mil. So if we add 3.8 to the 9.1, you get just about 13 mil and 1,000 kills, minus the cost of supplies. You're looking at just about 10 mil profit. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and cheers for 70,000. That means a lot. Thank you guys.